Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on another edition of McAllen News Update. I'm Leah Yavis.
And I'm Roy Cantu. The Texas Comptroller made a visit to the Ansel Lewis International Bridge to promote international trade. Mayor Javier Villalobos and city officials met with State Comptroller Glenn Hagar at the Ansel Lewis International Bridge. The Texas Comptroller is promoting his program called Good for Texas Tour.
Texas is by far the #1 exporting state out of our nation. We export 19% of all the product out of the entire country comes out of Texas, and we're only 9% of the nation's economy. So, it's a significant contributor to our GDP in the state, but it's also a significant contributor to jobs. International trade brings directly and indirectly 3 million jobs to the state of Texas.
Our state officials are paying a lot more attention to what's happening here in McAllen. They understand the importance of commerce, something that we have understood for a long time, which is the reason we're doing our international bridge. So we're very excited to have our state controller here. He understands the issues with commerce, with trade.
When he found out that we're on the brink of establishing a full cargo port, he wanted to be here. And so we really applaud him. We know that he's a real friend of McAllen and South Texas. And so it's a good day for us to really highlight who we are here through the Comptroller of Texas.
Rodriguez says the $54 million investment to expand Ansel Lewis International Bridge to allow for more commercial traffic will be funded from a loan and tolls at the bridge. He states there will be no taxpayers' monies used for this project.
The city of McAllen ranks lowest in national crime ranking. There are 2 recently released reports that have identified McAllen as a safe city. First, a report released by the Texas Department of Public Safety showed McAllen ranked 2nd lowest in Texas for violent crimes. Then, researchers at Porch.com ranked McAllen as 6th lowest in Texas and 7th lowest in the United States for small cities for burglary and theft. Their surveys analyzed crime data over a 4-year period across 258 cities in the United States, putting McAllen 17th lowest overall amongst all U.S. cities. McAllen Police Chief Victor Rodriguez shares with us why the city of McAllen's crime statistics are at their lowest.
Well, clearly, I think that it is demonstrative of the results of a good community, a city commission that provides and that values public safety.
Police Chief Victor Rodriguez goes on stating this is a significant analysis because it surveys a very large cross-section of U.S. cities.
The McAllen mayor is hitting social media to welcome back visitors from Mexico. In a taped message, Mayor Javier Villalobos sent out a bienvenida to our family and friends south of the U.S.-Mexico border. The November 8th deadline is quickly approaching, and Mayor Villalobos wanted to welcome everyone back to McAllen. The message was recorded in Spanish and has been released in anticipation of the upcoming lifting of the non-essential travel ban at the International Land Port to travelers from Mexico. You can view the video on the City of McAllen social media platforms and the city's YouTube channel. In other news, firefighters at the McAllen Fire Department are getting training on airport rescue. 18 firefighters are attending the department's Airport Rescue Firefighter Academy. The 120-hour course will provide 80 hours of classroom and 40 hours of field training. The firefighters will have to pass the department test and state test to get certified.
So many of the same aspects occur as a regular firefighter. However, there's much more to it, knowing the airport, how to communicate on the airport. There's a whole new terminology that needs to be used when responding to airport emergencies, knowing about the different types of aircraft. All those things come into play when you go through the Airport Firefighter Academy.
Also, the intensive training requires the firefighters to travel to DFW Airport to do live fire training. We want to wish them good luck. The McAllen City Commission has extended and expanded the Refresh 50/50 program to help small businesses. Business owners in the eligible retail corridors in downtown McAllen, Pecan, 10th Street, Business 83, and Ware Road can start applying today. The Refresh 50/50 is a revitalization matching grant program.
If a store owner walks outside of their storefront and they kind of look at it, they can imagine new paint, new landscaping, lighting, things like that, new parking lot. Those are all projects that we're looking for so that we can partner with them and make their storefronts even more fabulous.
The maximum Refresh 50/50 grant is $15,000. You can use the funds for the overall repairs that improve the appearance of the storefront. Also, one of the perks of the program are waived permit fees for approved refresh projects. For more information and application, visit refresh5050.com.
Every year, companies pay millions of dollars to get their information back. The City of McAllen's Information Technology Department teaches their employees a way to stay away from hackers and viruses. October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and the City of McAllen's IT department hosted an event to educate city employees on how to stay safe by learning cybersecurity tips that can save the city's residents' personal information.
If we can educate one person that's not going to click on that link, that could save the city millions. You know, look at the Colonial Pipeline. They had to pay out more than $5 million to get their data back. You know, so it only takes one employee. You know, and their employees, unfortunately, they're our best assets, but they're our weakest link. So we have to educate them. So that's going to help taxpayers by us not having to pay to get our data back.
He also shares with us some tips on how you can stay protected.
I would say the main thing for residents is watch your phones, your mobile phones. Everybody is mobile today. They do their checking account online, but people don't understand that if you get a text message that has a link and you click on that link and you're in a text message, you're like, okay, what can happen in a text message? Click on that link, your phone is now infected with a virus and it's recording your keystrokes. So when you go log onto your bank or your fingerprint, it now has that information so they can log into your bank.
Also, the McAllen Holiday Parade, presented by HEB and powered by Bird Ogden and Fiesta Dealerships, is getting a new partner. At a press conference at South Padre Island, parade officials announced this year's theme, Rocket Around the South Pole, and a new partnership with the South Padre Island Convention and Visitors Bureau. South Padre Island will be joining as one of only 4 other main sponsors of this year's holiday parade.
We've been such good partners in so many ways, and with the expansion of the national coverage, I think it only makes sense for South Padre Island to be a part of this event. And we are the island that generations of the Valley folk have come to visit. So it's our way of kind of giving back and having a little bit of fun and maybe getting a little bit on national TV as well.
To enhance the South Padre Island vibe at the parade on December 4, a dedicated portion of the 1.5-mile parade route will be named the SPI Vuelta Zone, where the 34 balloons will make their famous Vuelta on the route. Attendees in the zone will get to see an extravaganza modeled after the New York Countdown ball drop stage and will feature a celebrity host, a DJ, full-screen TV, and electric crowd experience. That includes a t-shirt and noisemakers. The cost will be $10 for a seat at the SPI Vuelta Zone. Tickets can be purchased at any of the City of McAllen community centers. Also, here's a look at the City of McAllen winning big at a state conference, plus the McAllen City Commission is getting recognized as City Council of the Year. During the Texas Municipal League Annual Conference, or TML in Houston, the City of McAllen received a 2021 Municipal Excellence Award in Management Innovations for cities over 25,000 in population. The award recognized the City of McAllen for producing and hosting a census telethon.
What we had our city manager, our staff, everybody working together, because we know the census is very important, but everybody working together, collaborating, every department, employees, to do what we did in this short amount of time. It was amazing. It was a great deal, and it's not only beneficial for McAllen. What we did, or our staff did, was beneficial to our whole region. So we're very proud of our staff, of our management, of our community.
McAllen organized a committee of business and community leaders to provide 2020 census outreach. When the COVID-19 pandemic halted census outreach plans, the committee created a safe virtual event, a 12-hour census telethon. The event was produced by the City of McAllen and broadcast on MCN 1300 and social media platforms. During the event, city employees, along with local and state officials, took calls, musicians performed, and important public service announcements were shown. The City of McAllen reported a final, unofficial response rate of 99.7% to the census, highlighting the success of the city's community outreach.
We need to always work together. I think we're in Region 12, I believe, and we always need to get involved. Our management, whether it's our management or our elected officials, we have to be involved. It's a great organization, and we got to keep on doing it.
Additionally, McAllen City Commissioners and City Managers presented at the conference, recapping their recognition earlier this year as the Texas City Managers Association, or TCMA, City Council of the Year in Texas. The TCMA award highlighted the Commission's focus and dedication to moving projects forward while keeping employees and the community safe. 2020 was a difficult year for McAllen residents that included the loss of 2 police officers in the line of duty, a hurricane, the pandemic, and winter storm.
Right, well, last year we got City Commission of the Year, so one of the beautiful things is that we're going to be highlighting McAllen. We'll be talking about what McAllen really is. It is not what a lot of people believe. And here in front of a lot of municipalities from around the state, we're finally going to be able to tell them McAllen is a great place.
TML is a voluntary association of 1,168 Texas cities. The statewide organization is guided by its purpose statement, empowering Texas cities to serve their cities. The League provides support and services to city governments.
Celebrate and honor loved ones who have passed at this year's Dia de los Muertos Ofrenda exhibit. The McAllen International Airport, together with the Mexican Consulate, honors the Day of the Dead by creating a beautiful ofrenda exhibit. The exhibit was inaugurated Facebook Live and involved a performance from La Catrina Garbancera, along with a cultural dance performance. Froilan Yescas, Consulate of Mexico in McAllen, talks about the important partnership they have with the city of McAllen.
McAllen es excepcionalmente rica en su cultura.
The city of McAllen is rich in culture and traditions. It's very similar to our country in Mexico. Both of our communities share similar Mexican and North American traditions and cultures. Therefore, it's important for the people in Mexico to visit McAllen, just as much as it is McAllen residents to visit Mexico, because we are communities tied to each other.
Things are still looking spooky at Kintamas Atlan, and you can still go out and enjoy the Sticks and Bones Trail. Kintamas Atlan is a great place to see art exhibits, go bird watching, and find different animals, all while having a wonderful and educational time with the family in the great outdoors. The Sticks and Bones Trail is an exhibit you might still be able to experience this month. Shelby, one of our environmental educators at Kintamas Atlan, tells us a little bit about what you can expect at this spooky trail.
First, when you start off, you're going to learn about invertebrates and vertebrates. And of course, there's some familiar faces like Jack and Sally, Spider-Man, Batman, just a ton of little surprises planted throughout the trail, and lots of spooky little skeletons and things like that.
The Sticks and Bones Trail will be up until mid-November. During the week is when you can normally enjoy the trail to yourself. But Thursday nights, the trail is open till dark, so things get a little more spooky. You can purchase your tickets at kintamasatlan.ticketleap.com.
That's going to do it for us here. Thank you so much for watching. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Cantu.
And I'm Leah Yaves. See you next time.